much a kilo. What is up, guys? Today I'm about to show you exactly the shopping haul I take and do whenever I'm about to cook myself up a MANAFEED. So I'm going to take you guys with me into all the different stores, what's my thinking, why I choose certain meats, bread, particular items, just break it down and then show you my structured shopping list that I use each week. And then the key things that I swap out to, you know, spice things up. Right now we're in a car park outside the Mad Butcher. It's kind of weird because I'm getting more confident speaking to the camera and there's like, you know, cars driving around, people around. But we're locked in because we're going to go get us the ingredients to sauce us a MANAFEED today, and I'll take you guys through my MANAFEED that I'm about to cook up today, as I don't think I've taken you guys on YouTube with the MANAFEED cooking. I've made the little the videos on my Instagram as short form videos, but not a long form video when I break it down, you know, spin a few yarns, korero. But without further ado, let's get straight into the first store, which is the Mad Butcher. Alright, so the first store we're going to go straight into is Mad Butcher. I normally either go Pack and Save, which is the other place where I get my meat, or the Mad Butcher. Hold up, it's too dark in here. The first thing I do whenever I go to creating my dinners is I get the protein. Protein is the source of where the gains are made. That's where you get your protein synthesis, which is going to lead to muscle development, muscle growth. And right now I'm staring at some mince. They've got pork mince there, or they've got beef mince. I know they've got more mince over this side, but yeah, the first thing I always do is grab myself some sort of meat, whether it be chicken, beef, fish. I don't really eat much pork. I stay away from pork. Where's the mince? I might get this because this is only 15 bucks. Or I can get the 12 buck one. You get that, it's pretty much a kilo. 200 grams under a kilo, so we're gonna get this. After I grab my mince meat from the Mad Butcher, I then gotta think of some sort of carb. So right now I already had an idea of the meal that I was gonna make, which is nachos. I was gonna make nachos. My mom made nachos the other night and it looked yummy, so I was like, I'm gonna make myself some nachos. So yeah, we get the meat as our protein source, and then we're gonna get straight to we're gonna go to the veggie shop this time, because instead of going to Pack and Save, I go Mad Butcher, veggie shop, then count down to my last ingredients. Works out to be much cheaper as well. Okay, we've got the men's. Mad Butcher stores are right there. And there's a veggie store. Is it open? Just there. So I always just go straight Mad Butcher and then go to the veggie store right after. Or, as mentioned, the only other place I go to is Pack and Save. And I just do all my shopping here. But I'm pretty sure it works out cheaper if you go Mad Butcher, then the veggie store, and then get your last things at countdown. Hello, could I grab a box, please? Oh, this one will do good, thank you. Thank you. How's your day? Quiet? Yeah. Do you like it when it's quiet? Long day, eh? Makes it longer. Alright, we actually need to, I'm gonna go on my phone because I have a list of food that I get each week, which is mixed from mainly a lot of vegetables, fruit and vegetables. So the ones I would get here is, as you can see there, bananas, apples, kiwi fruit, mandarins. I think mandarins are out of season. Spinach. That's about it from here today. As well as maybe some things that I need for the dinner. So I have my list of things that are repeatable each week, and then I have one called dinner, because the dinner is the one I change each time. And how I cook my meals is I do one meal, and it typically lasts, I'll cook it most of the time all at once. I'll cook like a meal for a family of 5. But if I'm just cooking for myself, I can make typically it's 4 meals because a meal for a family of 5, those portions are way too small, so I just do it until 4, and then I have it over 4 days, and it means I can just, once I've cooked it the first time, I check in the fridge, and then I can just chuck it in the microwave the next day. It's way easier. Honest, man, you guys should do it. These are the life hacks of Mahi Dog and the MANAFEEDs. But first thing I do know we need bananas, so let's go grab. I'm gonna grab these ones. Boom, that's bananas. And each time I go, I always tick it off as I go. So bananas done. We need apples, kiwi fruits, and mandarins. Bro, I don't know why my camera screen is so foggy. I don't know if there's been fog stuck inside. I think there is. Man, they got some cheap mangoes. I do like me some mangoes. They're Mexican mangoes too. $2.99. 2 for $4.99. I'm going to Mexico later today. I mean later this year. But we don't need mangoes. We stay locked in. We're gonna go grab ourselves some kiwi fruit. I'm trying to think what else I need for the nachos. I've got carrot, beans. I will need some beans. That's gonna add to the protein too. Avocado, oh, 89 cents. Bro, that's a bargain and a half. You love a look at that. Alright, but they're pretty purple. I'm definitely getting myself some kiwi fruit here. I always go the gold over the green. Yeah, because you can just eat the gold straight away without. I mean, I eat both with the skin on. The green ones you get like fur in your teeth, and it's not the one. Oh, that envy apple's $3.99. But I like the Granny Smith apple the most because it's like sour, sweet and sour. Okay, the only thing I need from here is spinach, and then we can just hit the actually some tomatoes. Alright, we're gonna head straight to Countdown now. That's costed me $25 for all my fruit for this week. So, and then the meat was $15. So thank you so much. You too. So it works out to. Okay, what is good, lads? My goofy geezer ass just knocked out the microphone when the camera, so I'm just gonna do a little bit of voiceover what I got. So before you just saw me get the Edam cheese. The reason why I got the Edam cheese is it's the highest in protein and lowest in calories. Fun fact, Edam is actually the word made backwards. So if you were in my primary school and you saw that teacher that we would write the riddles, he'd be like, what cheese is made backwards? Or it'd be Edam. All the cheesy jokes were with what type of cheese is not your cheese? Nacho cheese. Oh, and fun fact, we're actually making nachos in this MANAFEED as well. Oh, what a joker. But anyways, next item we grabbed is the milk. I always grab the Calci Plus trim milk because highest in protein and also lowest in calories. Like I was comparing it to the standard one, which I think has almost, per amount of calories, I think, per 100 mils, the Calci Plus trim almost has double the amount of protein. So gap the standard, and unless you're bulking, either get the standard or you can grab the A2 protein or protein plus one. But I always stick with the Calci Plus trim, typically because I can then enjoy eating other food. I love eating, so if I'm eating lower calorie foods, high in protein foods, I'm going to feel more fuller, and I can actually eat more food that I like. The last thing I grabbed before I checked out was just the Rexona deodorant. It's the cheapest one and smells nice and does the job done. Gets the job done. I used to do the Lynx Africa. I'm betraying the Lynx Africa. I can't like. I haven't betrayed. I still have it as an emergency deodorant in my car. You know, I always have the Lynx Africa emergency backup. You know. Oh yeah, we just got home. Now I'm gonna. First thing I do as soon as I get home is I unpack everything, or else you never can get done. So I always chuck my food away as quick as possible. Yeah, oh hell no. Okay, there we go. Now we're mic'd up, but let's put the rest of these groceries away. I'm actually pretty tired today, so let's set a timer. I generally think if I cook the mince, the onions, tomatoes, oh not tomatoes, but the stuff that I'm gonna chuck in the nachos. I forgot to get beans. Hopefully there's good. There's some mixed beans down there. Mix that all together. I'm trying to think of what stuff we can add to the mince to make it high in protein. I've already thought the beans. Beans are really high in protein, as I mentioned in the veggie shop. Okay, so I don't know what was going on with the mics that day, but they disconnected here for the pretty much the rest of the video. I'm not sure why I was actually smelling the meat. I can't actually remember why, but just a cheeky sniff test, you know. But we started cooking the meat because that typically takes the longest. So that's the first thing I always do when I cook my meal, start cooking the meat, and then I get rid of the rest of the meal. So we got our carbs, which is the corn chips. I also had to run back to the counter because I forgot to grab that when I got there the first time. I should have made a list, bro. It's why we need to make lists. But yeah, after I got my protein cooking, I've sussed the carbs, so I don't really have to prep it. I started prepping the micronutrients and the other things around. So I diced up a bunch of onions, tomatoes, and got the spinach. I also had some chili beans already at home, hence I didn't buy it at Countdown. Slapped those in along with the onions. I don't know why I didn't cook the onions and then chucked it in with the meat, but it doesn't really matter, you know. The main thing is you're cooking MANAFEED, you know, and you're getting the nutrients. Too many of you guys think it needs to be perfect. It don't. I mean, I guess for next time I'll know, and you guys know not to do how I did it this time. But yeah, after we started doing that, I slapped the chips on top of a mana bowl, then the meat, onions, tomato, and spinach. Bro, the camera kept sinking down the tripod. You can see I had to change it like every 20 seconds. It was frustrating. But after we'd added all those macros, I topped it with some avocado as well as some cheese and carrots as our last little final touches before I headed over to the sink because I wanted to clean all my dishes. I do it when the pan and everything's hot because it's so much easier to scrub it off, and it only takes around 1:30, you know, and you can chuck it straight in and to the dishwasher and you don't have to worry about it. And then I had to quickly grab my last secret ingredient for the extra protein, which is Greek yogurt, and then this is me just grabbing some thumbnails for the YouTube video. I don't know which one I'll use, but you know, and then I got a cheeky 4 for 5th one, eh? And then we just smashed it back. I ended up grabbing this Gymbot ice cream that I actually hadn't tried before. I did a little bit of review, but obviously the mic's off and I can't actually remember what I said. It was actually pretty mediocre and average. I wouldn't get it again. But I want to try the other flavor, but not that flavor. It was like the vanilla chocolate one. But yeah, as I munch this back, I'm actually studying a course online about my coaching. And so I typically either watch some sort of I used to watch some sort of philosophical video or theological video or not university, this business, coaching, business, whatever it is, something educational. I don't tend to watch like any entertainment videos anymore, you know. I'm locked in, invested into learning in the game. But yeah, this is pretty much the MANAFEED tutorial. It didn't go as planned with the mics, but you know, it's not always has to be the perfect thing, and that's the key thing about these MANAFEEDs. They don't have to be perfect. You just have to start. You just have to keep those core pillars, the protein, micronutrients, and carbs, and then source it up together. And you do what I mentioned at the start. This meal lasted me for the next 4 days, and all I had to do was heat the mince and onion, and then just set up my macros, and it takes me about 5 minutes to set that up, and boom, I've got a dinner that for the next 3 nights that's going to last me or takes me only about 5 minutes to prep, and it's high in protein, high in nutrients, and Bob's your uncle, you know. Now, if you want to find out more details about how you can hone down on your nutrition as well as your coaching to grow your gains in and outside the gym with that mentality as well. I do have spots available in my one-on-one coaching, so check that link in description down below, as well as there's a bit more information about my story, and make sure you hit that subscribe button. Road to 10K, baby, let's go. Which was pretty tired today, so